Dzień dobry, YouTube. Ivitami to another episode of Atticus Eats. My dear friends, welcome back. I hope you all are having a beautiful Saturday morning. I am so stoked to be here with you all, as I always am. So, today, it's a gorgeous, genuinely gorgeous day in Southern California. It's sunny, it's warm, which I know that many of you in the country are yearning for that right now. I've heard of the insane storms that you all have had to experience and deal with recently. But you guys, it's just a wonderful day out here. There's a slight breeze, which makes it perfect. And, we've actually been getting a bunch of rain recently as well, which has been a huge blessing we needed out here. My friends, we're continuing on with the legacy of trying delis and restaurants and cafes that are associated to big box stores, which I'm very happy about. This is really exciting, really cool. And today we are at the one and only Whole Foods Market, and I have traversed over to the deli today and procured excellent sustenance. As you all saw, that I picked out a drink as well as a sandwich today. And this is very exciting. So I had this a long while ago, and actually I don't even think it was this. I feel like they've changed the menu at the deli somewhat, because I can remember looking at it a couple years ago, and I was like, this is really bland. It's like just a regular turkey sandwich and then like 2 or 3 other things, and it wasn't that great. But the one thing that they had before that was the draw, and what I was thinking of getting coming here today, was I knew they had some sort of a pastrami sandwich. And I was on a pastrami sandwich kick there for a while. Again, this was a couple years ago, and I think part of it was actually getting triggered by having a really good experience with a pastrami sandwich here at Whole Foods. And so what I decided to do is come back and get one, but they've definitely changed the menu, because this pastrami sandwich is not the pastrami sandwich that I got in yesteryear. So this pastrami sandwich, as you guys saw, it's on a ciabatta bun, and it has a garlic aioli, so a garlic mayo on it, a little bit of coleslaw, pickles, turkey, pastrami, and Swiss cheese. And what I did is I told her, it was supposed to come with red onion, but you guys know I'm not big on red onion, so I told her no red onion. She was so nice, like making sure, hey, did I get everything correctly? Is this what you want? You know, that kind of deal. And so she set it up right. Now, very professional, really cool. There was a little bit of a line. And there was a person in front of me, and they got their food, and then I was able to go and walk up and get my food, and then there was a guy behind me. And what I asked is for her to heat up this sandwich. So I had her do she did a light toast on the bread, and then she did like a heat up of the meat. She put it on the grill and heated it up a little bit to give it a little bit of texture, and then put the cheese on the meat to melt it. What was funny, though, is that she pulled out the pastrami, and they have the pastrami in these rolls of like the brown wax paper, right? So she put it on the grill, she put the other stuff on the grill, and then she pulled out this other roll of pastrami, and she unrolled it, and she looked at it and stared really hard, and it was gray. And she went over to her manager, and the manager looked at her, she said something to him, and then he said something back to her, and she proceeded to roll up the gray pastrami and throw it away. And then she went into the box of pastrami, and she pulled out a better looking one that had that really nice, kind of a deep red color. It looked like fresh, like cured meat color. And she pulled out that one, and she nodded yes and said something, proceeded to put that pastrami on the grill, and then take the spatula and get the old pastrami that was supposed to go on my sandwich off of the grill, and tried to discreetly throw it away. So I'm thankful, because she at least had the presence of mind to not give me rancid pastrami, which was actually a fear of mine. There was a voice in my head that was like, I wonder if you're gonna get good meat. Like, don't get food poisoning on camera. It was just this thing in my head this morning when I knew I was gonna come out here today and make this video. And thankfully, she jumped on the hand grenade for me. She took one for the team, dumped out the bad pastrami, had the presence of mind to check for good pastrami, and then proceeded to make my sandwich. So I'm really happy about that. Hopefully, in between now eating and filming and then me editing, I don't get food poisoning. Otherwise, I'll put up a video clip of me hurling. May those with emetophobia look away. But anyway, we're here now. That's the main thing. And we're gonna chow down on this gloriousness. She did cut it in half for me. Oh, that looks pretty dang good. Okay, let me separate it all the way and unearth this. Oh, the cheese stuck to the paper. The cheese stuck to the paper. No. No, get off of there. Why? Why? Why do you have to make me look more awkward than I already am? Okay. Holy cow. Look at that. You see all the layers of goodness? The gluten? Alright. Nizdrovia, people. Atticus is hungry. I was scared of getting a taste of, like, rancid flavor. So I'm kind of like, I'm really hyper studying my bite. There's no rancid flavor. Wow. Okay, hold on. Okay. Every ingredient is fresh, bright, very, very tasty. I will say, though, there might just be a tinge too much garlic in the garlic aioli. I am very happy I'm not going on a date today. I would probably offend very badly. Yeah, that garlic is serious about success. It probably went to DeVry University. Something that I think would have made this better. I should have asked for it, but I didn't think. A splash of yellow mustard. Or a spicy Dijon mustard. I think that it needs a little bit of acid. Something to have a little bit more brightness to aid in the flavor profile that is. But this is by no means bad. For the same cost of something like Subway, right? This is pretty good. I'm definitely a big fan of this. This was very well executed for what it is. It's just missing that little bit of brightness. That little vinegary tinge that mustard can bring. You get a little bit of it with the pickle, actually, which I'm really thankful for. But it could use just a little bit more, and that may just be because of my taste buds as a Polak, right? A leaf just headbutted my car. And the pastrami is definitely just a touch greasy too. But this ciabatta bread is good because it's dense. And it's got that crust on the outside. It does mitigate that. You would not be able to eat this if it was just regular sliced bread. Like a Nature Zone or whatever from the store. This is still really good. Alrighty, so I shut the camera off for just a minute so I could keep eating and finish eating before moving on to the next phase of this video. And it's actually kind of funny. It was tasting better the more I ate it. That garlic aioli was definitely, it developed more of almost like a pesto taste, if I could describe it as such. It was pretty creamy, had that nice herbally, garlicky flavor. But again, if you're not super big on garlic or that flavor profile, it definitely could be too much for you. It was almost too much for me. I did polish off that sandwich, and again, that was a really good size sandwich for the money. I don't feel sickeningly full, but I also don't feel like ungratified either. It was a really, really, really good balance. One thing I will say though, I don't think I would get this sandwich necessarily again, and if I did, it would need to be way, way, way different. They have an Italian sandwich on their menu here, and I almost have half a mind to come back at some point in time and try it. And I want to ask you all that same question. Do you want to see me come back and try the Italian sandwich from Whole Foods, or would you like me to just move on from Whole Foods? Tell me in the comment section below. This was still really good. Again, I can feel the fumes of the garlic aioli just bathing out of my mouth. It's definitely, yeah, it's definitely, if you were here right now, it would wrap itself around your nose hairs and shake its hand and be like, hey, how are you? My name's Garlic Aioli. But we haven't quite finished off yet. My dear friends, I wanted to shout this out again because you guys know I love drinking these, especially if you've seen my behind the scenes of the middle episodes or you've come to my live streams. This right here is my favorite soda brand ever. Zevia Zero Sugar Soda. It's sweetened with stevia extract, has natural flavors as far as the flavor. There's literally no sugar in this, no aspartame, no nothing that's going to kill your brain except for the aluminum in the can. But we can't have everything. And my friends, this is my absolute favorite soda ever, and I've come to greatly enjoy the cream soda flavor. They have a vanilla soda flavor too, I think. I don't know if they're one and the same or if they're different, but yeah, I'm a big, big fan of it. And we're popping a top here. A non-alcoholic top. And that is awesome. Had a lady walk by the car, and she had runes tattooed on her hands. Yeah, California. Anyway, this is amazing. Cream soda flavor, Nezdrovia people, Zevia for the win. They have the Lollipop brand in there, which I have yet to try. It sounds really healthy in comparison to this, which is just really carbonated water that's flavored. But it's so cool, you guys. I think I mentioned this before, that there was a period of time where Mama Bear and I had to go on the keto diet, and it actually really helped us tremendously. It reversed a lot of the bad eating habits that we had developed from being on the set for almost 10 years. And working in that way. And one of the things that we did is a big thing for me was I had to give up soda, because I was drinking soda, specifically Dr. Pepper, all the time on set to try to get a quick energy thing to help me out. And what's funny is that a lot of people don't know, if you're thirsty, soda is the worst thing that you can drink. Like, you could literally drink a 2-liter and still die of dehydration. If you were to pick between beer, milk, and soda to drink to try to hydrate yourself, drink beer or milk. Those two will actually hydrate you. Soda will never hydrate you. But carbonated water is different. It feels like soda, and these especially, their flavors are so good. I would dare say their flavors are almost even better than the sodas that they're knocking off to be a dupe for. And man, like this cream soda, and it's a vanilla cream soda, tastes like vanilla cream soda. It does not just taste like flavored water. It has the same fizzy liftingness to it. Flavor profile, everything. It is outstanding. Tink. And ever since switching to Zevia, honestly, I maybe have a Dr. Pepper 3 times a year at the most. A year, right? And so, yeah, it really is so much better. It's so much better for you. It actually will hydrate you. And it's such a much more pleasant drink to have. So, awesome stuff. If any of you out there need to cut down on the sugar, I cannot highly recommend Zevia enough. Awesome, awesome stuff. And especially after all the saltiness of that meat that I just ate. Yeah. I'm gonna rate the Whole Foods outing today. I think, actually, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Oh, that was the other thing. They need to find a better way of wrapping their sandwiches. So, the Swiss cheese that was on my sandwich, it was ooey gooey, you know, a little bit melted from grilling it on the meat. All that was awesome. Texture of everything, priceless. Everything was awesome. But the cheese melted out from that bun, and this paper is a sticky paper, like, meaning it's not non-stick wax paper. This is just regular paper. Pardon me, Zevia makes me burp. And the cheese, as it was gooing out of the sandwich, adhered itself to the paper, and on my second half of sandwich, it was stuck worse than the first half that you guys saw. And literally, almost all of the innards of my sandwich fell out from in between the bread. I did lose some of it, but in the paper, thankfully, not on the floor. And yeah, that was a little perturbing. Excuse me. Yeah, that was a little bit, you know. So they definitely need to find better paper to wrap their sandwiches in if they're going to have cheese on it. The other thing is that now I'm terrified because if the Swiss cheese was that interwoven in the meat and then attached to the paper, I'm scared of what it's doing to my intestinal villi, or will do. It definitely feels like a weight now has just dropped to my stomach. I might need to panic take a Colace later. But, yeah, hopefully it'll just stay regular. That's why water helps. But long and the short of it, I definitely do not think that I will get the pastrami and turkey sandwich again. I think that that was an awesome try. If you want to try a really good pastrami sandwich, by all means, go to Whole Foods and get it. I definitely think, though, I'm going to rate that sandwich about maybe a 5.5 to a 6 out of 10. I will not be getting it again, though. However, Zevia, 10 out of 10, favorite soda company, Zevia sponsor me. I've been asking you for years. That would be very cool. It's really cool too, you guys. I've been running a few errands today as I've been out and about and doing stuff. And I have been able to see some very, very beautiful babies and toddlers out and about today. They're 9 times out of 10, I've seen them with their moms. There was a couple kids with their dads, and like here at Whole Foods, they're grocery shopping, you know, or at the other places that I was at, you know, you see them with their kids or walking around in parking lots, coming out of stores or whatever. I have seen multiple very precious looking babies and toddlers. And I don't know, oh, and also my mom and I, we went to a park event. It was a craft fair yesterday, which was insanely fun. We had a blast, and so I got to see a lot of families there too with their kids. And I've noticed that mullets for young kids is like a major style now. In the past 2 days, I've counted 4 young boys with mullets, and they actually look really cool. Like, they're done well. And the kids look really cool, and it does not take away from their cuteness at all. You know what I mean? And it makes me laugh, because it's like, wow, if you like something, just keep liking it. Don't change with the times. Eventually you'll get back into style again. You know what I'm saying? So, I thought that was really cool. Alrighty, cool people. Well, listen, I've got a few more errands I'm needing to run, a few more responsibilities to do. A little bit shorter of an Atticus Eats episode today, but nonetheless incredibly, insanely fun. Oh my goodness, you guys. I am so grateful for every single one of you. Thank you for tuning in once again. Really loving this series. I still have my list of places that I definitely want to continue to try. And what's cool about this series is that list is always growing. Even if it's something where, excuse me, we come back to a place to try something new. Whether it's giving a place a second chance or it's already really good, let's see if their other menu items are good. There's definitely going to be more of that. Yep. There was one over here too, that's why I had to cut off the camera in the last shot. Anyways, but cool people, as always, thank you so much for your love and support. Please be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Please be sure to share this video on all of your social media. It goes a long way to helping me grow the channel, and it brings in more like-minded people to our community. Also, please be sure to check out the links in the description box below. The link to my Twitch channel is down in the description box below. Definitely come hang out with us. It's a Christ-centered community over there on Twitch of a bunch of nerds. Even if you're not into video games or gaming, it's a wonderful fellowship experience, so please be sure to show up. It's totally free to make a Twitch account and follow me there. Please be kind, obey the rules. I had said once before in a video here on the channel, if you come to my Twitch channel, don't let your first message be brick. That's not going to get you very far. My mods will cast immediate judgment on you, and the ASP flick out batons will be deployed. But also, please be sure not to have your first comment be, "We just got 8 free pizzas." I love the meme. It's awesome. But like, hey, I'm a person. Say hi first, and let us get to know you as a person. My mods are gonna laugh at that. And then also, please be sure to check out the link to my Cameo page in the bar box description below. Now, if you do want me to say, "You're gonna love our pizza," or "We just got 8 free pizzas," that's where to go. Go to Cameo, book me, and I will say those things to you, as well as whoops, whispers, and all the like. If you want me to take part in your special celebration for yourself, your family member, your friend, your loved one, and make them extra special, I would love to be able to have the opportunity to do so. Please be sure to book me down in the description box below in my Cameo link. I would love to be able to participate in your holiday or celebration. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your love and support. Hope you're having an amazing weekend. Can't wait to see you guys in the next one. God bless. Another leaf. God bless. Do Widzenia.
I just want a great life, something where I feel like I just didn't waste time, something I look back and say that was a great time, cause man I just hate when the years pass by the way